Okay, hope everybody's recovered from the big event the last few days, Black Friday and all that fun stuff. I know we have Cyber Monday coming up, and the sales should be going through Monday or even the next week. We don't know. That's just each individual business and online retailer is going to do whatever they want. There was no mail yesterday, but there actually was. What happened was that I think it was like maybe 4 o'clock, I don't know, it was sometime really late in the afternoon. I went down and did something, checked the box, and there was nothing there. It's like, what the heck? So, for whatever reason, it was very, very late yesterday, very late. And I went to go throw an envelope in the box because I discovered a huge box. When I did the purge or clean or whatever of this room here, I threw tons of stuff in boxes and forgot about it. And then I've been sorting through all the baseball cards that should have been in boxes, the things that should have been, you know what, all that stuff. And then I found a post office letter that got missed. And so I just threw some postage on it that I was saving for something else, doesn't matter now, and then threw that in the box, and there was all my mail. I was like, what the heck is going on here? So there was a bit of it there. So we'll get to that in just a minute here. I have some observations of the final Black Friday assessment here. So I went and did some photographs through Historic Images. No, I did not. I took a back step from that. I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go check some of these other things just on the last chance to make sure. And I found a lot of 7 pictures. That was a heck of a deal from another seller. And then I bought another picture from him. But the one thing is that eBay is really taking its toll. eBay is just really causing me to break down and basically punch the screen sometimes. I'm not even joking. I don't know if I should even mention this, but it's taking a toll on people's faculties. You know, I can't say the word because I could get in trouble for using those particular words. It's sad. You can't say half of the things, and then your comments get deleted and things get pulled, and then YouTube comes after you saying all kinds of things like, you know, you're throwing around hate speech. But, you know, just because you use a word does not mean it's in the context of what you're using it for. So it's just meant to describe. Anyway, to make a long story short, I was going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs because eBay was basically throwing me for a loop. And then now they have decided, like this guy, Randy Newman Jr. I just made that up. But anyway, the piano player for a Coca-Cola ad here. Let's get out of here. But so I'm looking up these pictures for after-school specials, and I don't have the exact screen here. Yes, I do. Okay, so what happened was I went to one of these vendors online here and purchased a lot of 7, and I said, you know, that was such a good deal, I'm just going to purchase another picture for $8 because there's no additional shipping. Well, sure enough, the exact same picture was there from the seller for $5. For something or whatever, on sale for something. It didn't have the bio on the back of it, but I would have liked to known it was there. I like to know all the different things. So not only does a seller sometimes skip a few things in the descriptions there, but then I go back, I said, well, you know what, I don't want to miss any of these pictures. I got to figure out what's going on. I got to figure out how to basically work this into my favor, because I'm missing all kinds of photographs. You know, that lot of 7, I did not see that initially, and it only came out to something ridiculous like $3.50 a picture instead of $10 or $12 a picture. So I said, you know what, I need more of those. So I said, well, let me just go to the entertainment memorabilia. Let's just do $6 in my maximum and throw in ABC, because a lot of people just say ABC television production or movie. Or television show, or they'll just say something else. And then eBay basically has blocked 99.999% of my results. So, you know, I don't know what they, you know, related Munsters. I don't know what Munsters is related to ABC. Maybe that was on that television channel there. But, again, I only have 160 results out of probably about tens of thousands of results. Absolutely most ridiculous thing that eBay is basically telling me to go away and shop elsewhere. Well, I can't shop elsewhere, so what am I to do? I can't look at tens of thousands here. Look at vintage 1970s ABC press release photo. Okay? How am I supposed to, and it just tells you who the actors are. So let's look at this here. We know it's a press release, and then here's the back of it. Okay? But they don't give me any kind of information here. You know, so if I was, oh, here, let's go back over here. See, it just says, let's see, on the ABC television network, Wide World Special, couldn't have they told me that in this particular thing here, but no. So now I gotta go and do a generic search, which eBay basically pokes me in the eyes Three Stooges style and said, oh, you shouldn't have done that. You know, that sort of thing. So I really want to punch the screen. I want to basically beat eBay to a bloody pulp, and then just take a long nap and rest, because it would take every fiber of my being to struggle to not even fight the dumb corporation. But like I said, so a project that theoretically could take me a year to 2 years is going to probably take me 10 or 15. I'm going to be basically ruining my entire life because a dumb website can't get its act together. So now let's get back to the original screen here and show you a few things. What we have here in the mail here. This one here came from Remember the Great Sports. I believe that's the name of the channel. I cannot remember. Well, sometimes people don't want to mention their name on there, but if you check out Remember the Great Sports, he has a very long spiel about each card, so it's not like here I got it, here I got it, here I got it. He tells you a story about each TTM. So just type in Remember the Great Sports TTM and then you will find it there. And I had sent him, just got a note saying that he received my package there, and I got one card from him, and he was offering up Jose Canseco cards, the Worth baseball ones, and we got he mentioned what kind of top loader, or this came from some sort of, there was some special reason. This is like a video game used. I would say video, but it would, this penny or top loader was used in one of his videos, so it's a collectible. And then it's from Worth, and he was giving those away because he had so many of them. At one time, Jose Canseco's age was 23. That's really hard to believe. But anyway, so there's that one there. Then I got a nice note from some sort of post office worker or postmaster, clerk, I don't know. This is from San Quentin Post Office, I believe. And there's my letter, and this says, thank you for collecting, and they canceled it right there. But a lot of people have just been throwing my postcards back in my face. So I did not want that Theodore Roosevelt postcard, and I did not need Long's Peak. They were just, you know, I've got tens of thousands of postcards, and I need to just basically burn them right now. I'm just sick of postcards. I don't want to ever see them again. I don't want to ever mess with postcards again. So there is my San Quentin, very, very nicely done there, and very, very nicely done there on the back there. So I don't know why they didn't keep my postcards. People don't want stuff, is essentially what it is. But there are a few people that will take your postcards, and that is what I'm banking on. The next one came out of Orlando, Florida, and no, this is not for part of the Battle of the Decades or whatever that is. But this is an old, I say old one, it's gone for a little bit here. A number of months it's been gone. This is Jim Schellenbach. So maybe, because I think Jim Schellenbach, let's see, I'm trying to figure out where he resides. I thought he was in Oregon, but I'm not sure, but it came out of Florida, so probably this time, wintertime, I don't know. There's Jim Schellenbach right there, and I had forgot to send that card the previous time on the Portland Beavers, so that's part of one of those set builds. This is a set that's even more disgusting than eBay. You would not believe. So there's like a, I think there's like a non-glossy version. There's different backs with like different grocery, or you know, they're like team set varieties. And then there's, this is the one like you get at the grocery stores. And so one of the things is that the eBay sellers does not tell you which version you're getting. So you basically just have to buy 3 or 4 different cards to make sure you got the right one, and they're all different backs. So I'm going to be 177 before I finish that set, because the collation on these is absolutely the most ridiculous thing that I've ever seen. There are cards that I've never seen in my entire lifetime that I cannot get. I don't know what it is. But then we got one more card here. This one looks like it got a little beat up in the mail, sadly. It looks like it's got some I don't want to say paper loss, but it got rubbed, I think. But this is very cool. This is, I was just talking with Jay Pylon about Venezuelan cards, and this is old Jim Schellenbach. He unfortunately signed it in one of the more darker places there. It would have been nice if he had signed it right there, or there even. Or maybe even there, but right there would have been perfect. But there is Jim Schellenbach's signature. You just have to trust me on it. It just says Jim S. right there. And I think this is from 1970. Don't quote me on that one. And the reason why I was able to get this one is because somebody thought it was worthless because there was no tape stain on there. So I think I got it for a whopping $1 or $2 or something like that. It took something ridiculous like 75% of the value away from the card because the card was mint on the front, but somebody had the audacity to put tape on it. Shame on them. There's another post office here. And this is out of, I don't know where it is right now. I think this is the letter to it. This is Sterling City. He said, sorry it took so long to get back to you. I don't think it was that long. I really don't. And then there's my, let's see, where's my Sterling City postcard here? Here we go. Yeah, it was maybe a month or two. I haven't heard from you in a long time. Why don't you write? And there's a giraffe there, probably out of the San Diego or Los Angeles Zoo or something. I'm not really sure where that is. Could be Detroit. I have no clue where that is. But I just thought that was a nice postcard there. And I was running out of stuff, and I just said, you know, I got to use stuff. So there is Sterling City right there. I threw that New Mexico stamp on there because, well, I didn't have anything else, you know. I mean, I wasn't going to, I mean, I guess I could have used that for the outside envelope, but very, very cool, Sterling City. And then, oh, I didn't show you, remember the great sports letter there, but we don't need to see that. But anyway, he says, this is William Olson out of Sterling City, California. This is great that you collect postmarks. Actually, several people have asked me for postmarks. It is a common request to receive, especially from small-town post offices, so don't be afraid to ask. People think I'm a professional at stamping postmarks. Technically I am, but I still miss the stamps sometimes. When I was young, I used to love to go to the post office, even as a teenager. I thought it was so amazing how you could get mail from one place to another. So that is why I work for the post office now. Hope you have a great day, Postmaster William. And it says, have you ever seen an AVSEC stamp? It is only used in small-town post offices. This tells the airplane employees that the stamped package has been cleared to board the plane. Very cool letter there with these green stamps there. Official and not official. Very, very cool. Very amazing. Or it actually says it's not official. They're both not official. But very, very neat there. Very cool letter. I'm going to save that. That is very cool. And we have another postmark out of, I'm not sure exactly where this one is. Don't really know because the other, and my magnifying glass got in the other room here. But we will figure that out. Something there. Of course, that machine cancel got over there, but that's part of the thing there. They canceled that one, and theoretically, I could take the 44 cents off there and use it somewhere else, but I'm not going to do that. And this postcard here is Hillbilly Hybrid, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but he's got a 4-runner, or whatever you call it, or quad runner, or yeah. They used to call them all-terrain cycles back, or ATVs, you know, but anyway, there's a Hillbilly Hybrid, and it looks like he's got cows pulling him. So I'm not sure what that's all about. I tried to send that to somewhere rural. And then this one here is from Saratoga, let's see, something Springs, California, Santa Fe Springs, I think is what it is. Or it's Santa something or other, Santiago. I'm not sure what it is. Something Springs, California. There are my stamps there. They nicely, well, I say nicely, but they got them all canceled in the proper places there. I try to do that so where they can get a canceller and do that sort of thing here. And a nice little kind of a semi-desertous scene there. Somewhere in, you know, Los Angeles and San Diego and beyond sort of thing there. So that's very cool. And then I think that might have come in, one of those came in this dinky little envelope. I'm not really sure, this tiny little one. Oh, that was a Sterling City envelope. So that is very amazing and very cool. When it's not cool, I just have a little bit of time left here, is that, again, I cleared everything off of this desk at one point, and I lost everything. I stashed it away, and then I'm finding missing letters. I'm finding baseball cards. Like, I found my other Ken Jennings card that I need to send off to him for TTM purposes. But unfortunately, now I'm missing the other card. You know, so sadly, I wanted to get him to sign 2 cards, and I can't find the other one. So there's that going on. And then, like I said, I had a great time Black Friday shopping because I got it all done on Monday for my COMC, and then I just waited for the sales to roll in. Some of them came in, some of them didn't, and I just went ahead and started purchasing my photographs, and I got those done, and I technically have extra funds left over to do a few more, so I just might, but unfortunately the dreaded eBay basically made it impossible for me to even do a lot of my shopping, because now they won't even let me look at the items. 160 items is basically saying, hey, I drove all the way to the Dollar Tree only to find out I have 47 cents. And I'm not allowed to buy anything for 47 cents at the Dollar Tree because it's $1.25. Very, very, absolutely the most ridiculous thing that I've ever heard of blocking listings from being shown. Do you know any other website in the entire world that hides listings that can't be sold? I've never heard of that. When I go to the swap meet and sell my stuff, every once in a while I'll forget something that's behind, the box, or didn't get it put out. But I do not hide my items. I want things sold. I want things out of here. And I don't care if I take a loss on it. I don't care if I overcharge somebody on it. I do not care, because if all these things that go to the swap meet are things, if my car got stolen, I would not be upset. I would be absolutely happy, because it saves me a trip from going to the dump or the Goodwill to donate stuff. But like I said, it's just, I thought eBay was a dumping place for things that people didn't want anymore, and then just throw a price on it. And if you can't even do that anymore, then what is obviously the even point? That's why Whatnot became so created, because people were just being frustrated with all the rules and regulations that were not being abided by eBay, because they had a set of rules for their customers, they had a set of rules for their vendors, they had a set of rules for themselves, and they were changing them every single time for everybody, and it didn't make sense. Some of the larger corporations and the China sellers were getting preferential treatment, and then the people that were X amount of items or below, or they were just selling from their house, those people just got trampled on, and it was really unfortunate. And then the buyers fell in that category as well too, because they said all you buyers are basically taking advantage of our platform and stealing from all of our vendors and stealing from eBay, so we're going to start adding fees to every single little thing here. But they forgot that there were people like me and have most of us in the card communities or coin whatever, and we're not stealing a blessed thing. We're actually overpaying for a lot of this stuff here, because we live in small rural communities and don't have access for things. So all the good people, the wheat got thrown in with the chaff, is essentially what happened. And it's very disgusting, and there's nothing you can do about it. So all you have to do is basically do 10 times the amount of work and not complain about it and move on. And hope everybody have a great weekend. I got some amazing mail today. I'm really, really happy to get that Jim Schellenbach backpack, and get those neat postcard requests in. And thank you for watching.